Yes, so hello guys, welcome back to Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafu, and coming up in this edition, Ghana star midfielder Mohamed Kudus has named Nigerian football legend that is Austin JJ Okocha as his greatest African player of all time. Why did Kudus choose Okocha? Well, I have all the details right here on the channel. Also, everybody has been asking who is the next Asamoah Gyan to be the best striker for Ghana. Well, the man himself, Asamoah Gyan, has told Ghanaians to watch out for his nephew, that is Gyan, who he believes would become the greatest striker in Ghana's history. We also have updates on that one, as well as Antoine Semenyo. He lost his bid to win the Premier League Player of the Month for the month of March to a foreign player. I also have updates on that, as well as some two Ghanaian players who have recently gotten injured and could hamper Ghana's preparations for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Mali later in June. More coming up right here on Sports Update Ghana. Before we get into the details of this and more, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's start with Mohamed Kudus, because the Ghanaian midfield star has named his greatest African player of all time, and that happens to be Nigerian football legend Austin JJ Okocha. Why did Mohamed Kudus choose Austin JJ Okocha as his greatest player of all time? Well, according to Mohamed Kudus, the reason he chose Austin JJ Okocha because JJ Okocha is a player who entertains fans, and that is what he likes about football, and that is why he chose Okocha as his greatest of all time, ahead of Abedi Pele, George Weah, and a whole lot of African players. Let's hear from Mohamed Kudus in his interview with Sky Sports.
Who does Mohamed Kudus think is the greatest African player ever?
I would say Okocha.
JJ?
Yeah.
Really? Why? Because you like that flair?
You know, exactly, from explaining on how, in my lens, how I see creative players and trying to entertain the game, you know, that can never be washed away, you know, like the fans can never forget the experience and your entertainment you give them on the pitch, you know. I know now goals and assists are important and stuff like that, but I like creative players and players that like to entertain the fans, you know, try to do something different than what everyone is doing than just passing the ball, you know.
Yeah. Something you model your game on a little bit more creativity, a bit more flair rather than just...
Exactly, 100%, yeah.
Love it.
So that is Mohamed Kudus explaining why he chose JJ Okocha as his African player of all time. Well, let's move on and do some more. If you don't agree with him, share your thoughts in the comment section. Well, away from Mohamed Kudus, Ghana's all-time top scorer Asamoah Gyan has tipped his nephew to become Ghana's next big striker in future. Following his retirement, a number of Ghanaians have been calling for a big striker to fill in the boots of Asamoah Gyan, but it has proven difficult to get a prolific striker like Asamoah Gyan, who scored 51 goals in the national team. Well, speaking in a recent interview, Asamoah Gyan hinted that his nephew, that is Gyan, is the next big star that Ghanaians should watch out. According to Asamoah Gyan, when Asamoah Gyan was up there playing for the Black Stars and he was in high school, Asamoah Gyan predicted that Asamoah Gyan is the next big thing, but people ended up criticizing Asamoah Gyan and he ended up becoming a great star. Now he's also retired from the game, and he's saying that Ghanaians should watch out for his nephew. So if he says we should watch out, who are we? Let's listen to why Asamoah Gyan is saying that.
Have you seen the next Asamoah Gyan yet? You like?
Honestly, can I tell you this story? It's a short time.
Okay.
When my brother Asamoah Gyan was a striker in the national team, the first interview he made was with Sunny Dara.
Okay.
Choice FM, and then they asked him this same question, and he said his brother is coming up. I was at school, and people were just bashing him. You know, they asked him that same question, and he mentioned my name. It was like, my younger brother is coming, and I think he's the next big thing. And people started insulting him and stuff, and here am I now. So to your question, I would say the next Asamoah Gyan is my nephew. My nephew, Denzel.
So that is Asamoah Gyan giving his reason of why Ghanaians should watch out for Denzel Gyan. Now, let me talk to you about Denzel Gyan. I know some small history about the young boy. The young boy happens to play for Taking Over Stars football club in Dansoman. Now, mind you, Asamoah Gyan grew up somewhere around Mataiko and ended up playing most of his football in Dansoman. Asamoah Gyan played for one of the clubs in Dansoman before going to join Liberty Professionals. Now, Taking Over Stars is one of the clubs that belongs to Liberty Professionals. So you see the similarities over there. So this Denzel Gyan is a nephew of Asamoah Gyan. So how does he relate? Well, Denzel Gyan happens to be the son of Bafour Gyan. So Bafour Gyan's son is Denzel Gyan. And guess what? It doesn't even end there. Denzel Gyan attends the same school that Asamoah Gyan attended, and that is Accra Academy, Bleo. So Denzel Gyan is walking in the footsteps of Asamoah Gyan directly. And guess what? He played at the Baby Jet tournament, which was held 2023 at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, and won one Man of the Match award, and also scored about 2 goals to help his team place fourth at the tournament. From there, Denzel Gyan showed his skills and abilities as a great goal poacher by ensuring that Taking Over Stars went ahead to win the Tariq Lamptey Foundation Cup, which was held at the Lac Madam Town Park, and he scored incredible goals to ensure that his team won the tournament. So yes, Denzel Gyan has been doing very well, and if Asamoah Gyan says that we should watch out for him, I think we have to put an eye on him. But I have another update on Asamoah Gyan and the fact that his own son could end up becoming the player to replace him. And this fact, I'm gathering the fact when everything is full, I'll give you the update on that, because the young boy that Asamoah Gyan has given birth to has been linked with a big club in the Premier League. Well, I'll tell you more in a separate video, so keep watching the channel. Now, away from that, let's do some more. And in the English Premier League Player of the Month Awards, which was held yesterday, well, Ghanaian striker Antoine Semenyo, who was nominated as part of other nominees, lost his bid to become the Player of the Month in the Premier League. Well, the award went to a Fulham player, and well, he happens to be the player who won the award, and unfortunately, Antoine Semenyo didn't win the award. Rodrigo Muniz, who plays for Fulham and is a Brazilian international, ended up winning the award ahead of Alexander Isak, Alex McAllister, Cole Palmer, Antoine Semenyo, Son Heung-min, and Ben White. The coach of the month went to Bournemouth coach, that is Andoni Iraola, who ended up winning manager of the month in the Premier League. The goalkeeper of the month went to Matt Sells, who won the save of the month for his stellar performance for Nottingham Forest. Well, Manchester United's Marcus Rashford ended up winning the Goal of the Month award for his stunning strike in the Manchester derby. So that's how it went down in the Premier League awards. Now, before we go, well, some 2 Ghanaian players have turned out to be injured, and that could hamper on Ghana's preparations for the 2026 World Cup qualifier against Mali. Now, Ghana is supposed to come up against Mali in June in a double leg affair. Well, 2 Ghanaian players who are key to the Black Stars and ply their trade in the Premier League are injured. Well, Tariq Lamptey, who recently returned from injury, has gotten another injury again, and well, he was absent in Brighton's game against Burnley today as they played 1-1 between Burnley versus Brighton. Also, Antoine Semenyo happens to be injured and also missed his side's game, that is Bournemouth's game against Manchester United. It ended 2-2, and well, Antoine Semenyo did not take part in that game. Well, I'll monitor how their injury progression will go, and I'll update you in the next video. But well, that's how we wrap up here on Sports Updates Ghana. Thanks for doing the watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.